9:05 हो चुके हैं. Good evening, everyone. It's 9:05 p.m. Welcome to the class on percentages, fractions, mixtures, ratios, and proportion and variation and allegation. Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening to all of you guys. And because the topic for today is percentage, you see a meme related to percentage being shared, right? So ऐसे थोड़ी शेयर किया है related. So I shared, right? So you understand it very well. What is there for what reason? Okay, just give me 10 seconds. I am just clearing this area. Hi everyone. Hi, Pa. Right, so my laptop screen is very dirty. I just have a no. Just give me 5-10 seconds. This is done. Yes, cool. So getting started with the things. I will stop this share. Full screen. Share, hide. So you got to know the topic for the day, and now we will actually dive into the topics one by one. Right? So, interesting thing, sharing done. Good notes for you. Good awesome. Okay, now I did my job of conveying your messages to Pranav sir, and I think now all of your questions related to instructor 1, instructor 2, platform, assignments, coming, not coming, half of you receiving, half of you not receiving. Shh, right? It's done. Yes, उसका output भी effective था. Good, clear. Thank God, right? So I because I am a little bit new in this organization, so I had contacted almost 4 or 5 people to come to this conclusion as to how to address this issue. And finally, I came to know that yes, it is your Pranav sir who can handle it. So, and I must thank him that he has taken a meeting so promptly for you and immediately cleared your questions, right? The moment at least he understood it from my side, it is done. So I think I had a conversation with him today when I was coming back from my office around 5 o'clock. So it was quite impromptu. Good, very good. Yes. So that's it. So we have this. Okay, and see, I don't know. I have yet not received any official feedback about the ongoing classes from the team. I think once you leave the class, you surely get a feedback screen where you have to vote for your class, what you like about the class, etc. Right? Because even I get that. So you might also be getting that when you leave it. Am I correct? Yes. You all fill it now or ignore it. Yes, because your feedback is important, right? See, when it is being shared with me, based on that, yes, that's nice. Based on that, I can take some corrective actions in case. Very nice. Huh. सेशन कंप्लीट होने पे आता है, दैट्स करेक्ट। मुझे भी आता है सेम। तो मुझे जो आता है ना, मैं हर बार एवरी टाइम आई गेट इट ना, आई राइट ऑसम। आई एम माई सेल्फ रेटिंग माई सेशन एज ऑसम। तो ठीक है, like given a chance, why should I leave it? So whether the team considers it or not, that's a second story. मैं तो अपने सेशन को ऑसम बोल के निकल जाता हूँ। तो चलो ठीक है। तो let me begin with one more awesome session now. परसेंटेजेस एंड रेशियोज awesome ही होते हैं, क्या बात है, इतना अच्छा लगा सुन के, थैंक यू वेरी मच। We should be contented. Yes, your feedback is important. So, I mean, I would say that if everything is really awesome, then दिल खोल के vote करना, right? Because it does matter. And yes, any corrections, I always say that, see, any suggestions you have, you can write it in the feedback also, or you write it here itself. That sir, do this, do that in this way. Go fast, go slow. ऐसा करिए. So I will implement that steps, because right now the backend feedback is yet not shared with me, so maybe that will be too late also. You directly give me the feedback over here that sir, आप थोड़ा fast जाओ, आप थोड़ा slow जाओ, we are understanding, we are not understanding, explain this. I always take your request, you know it very well. Yes, आपको जिताएंगे। हाँ, I mean जिताएंगे in the sense, हाँ, actually there are so many instructors ना, so yes, तो जिता दो, right? There is not a single instructor, right? I think there are 4 batches which are going on parallelly. Am I correct? Hmm. So I think Anguta Lagao sir, I'm best. 4 batches. That means 8 instructors. Okay. दर्शन सर विधायक हैं न्यूटन स्कूल के विधायक। ओ माय गॉड, बहुत ही बड़ा चीज हो गया। जो विधायक से मुझे याद आता है पंचायत सीरियल। हैव यू सीन द पंचायत सीरियल? पंचायत, मजा आता है देख के, ऑसम। पार्ट 1 आई सॉ इट 2 टाइम्स। देख लो, यू विल लाइक इट। हल्का फुल्का कॉमेडी, इट्स वेरी नाइस, राइट? सी सो मेनी पीपल, इट्स वेरी नाइस। अभिषेक, अभिषेक, अरे अभिषेक है उसके अंदर, है ना, प्रमुख जी। चलो, सो ओपन, ओपन। This is lecture 4, 12 Jan. Yes. Mac is school or any other laptop. कूलनेस का पता नहीं, पैसे बहुत लेते हैं नालायक लोग। हाँ, पूरा जेब खाली कर देते हैं। Yes, performance is good, but my neighbor is a Lenovo dealer. नवी मुंबई के डीलर है डायरेक्टली। So he's like, sir, Windows भी उतने इक्वली अच्छे होते हैं। You have used all the Windows system which had hard disk drive. You try using Windows with SSD, you will never go for Mac, right? So I'm very good, Shikha. I am happy with Mac, but the thing is, see, this is how much? 14-inch screen, right? 14 or 13, I don't know. 13-inch screen. This 13-inch screen, because I take sessions for 12 hours in a day, uh, my neck bone has started paining due to stiffness. So what I did, I bought a 32-inch TV and I connected to my Mac and I cast it over there. I told you, right? So I mean, the screen, I feel it's very small and I don't like it, to be very honest. So given a chance next time, either I will go for a bigger system if I get Mac, in a cheaper way, well and good, else not. Second problem which I face is I also have Power BI sessions. Power BI doesn't work on Mac. So now virtual environment I have to install, which I don't want to spoil. So I keep one more laptop, which is my wife's laptop, when I have a Power BI class. So problem is, Windows, everything works. You see this tool, right, which I'm using for writing. I paid $600 for it. In Windows, when I had Windows, I used to use a tool called as Epic Pen, जो कि था free. So I don't know. I mean, I like Windows, but Mac is very good in battery. Awesome battery. It survives for the entire day. Mac is like your mobile phone, right? How do we use our mobile phone? We unlock and we start using. No restart, nothing, nothing, nothing. No starting, no booting time. Same is Mac. Super fast. But my neighbor says, he's more senior to me by 8 to 10 years. He says, sir, try using a Windows with SSD. It will work same like Mac. Trust me. So I don't know about that. And if that is the case, I will not hesitate to go back to Windows. I will not hesitate to go back to Windows. As simple as that. Because Mac, I think it's always overpriced. So, anyways, chalo, let's get back to the point. We will start with the agenda. So, next time, say, na, all these kind of questions, better ask it sometime close to the break or towards the end of the class, so that we can use it qualitatively for this, right? Sessions. वैसा तो आदमी कुछ भी कर सकता है. So if you have a HDMI cable in your house, the use Windows laptop, you go to laptop settings, go to display. Use a Windows laptop and go to laptop settings, go to display and change the settings to. Yes. I've been doing the same with my MacBook. My MacBook is uh, casted on a TV using a HDMI cable. Earlier, I was using this, what do you call, Wi-Fi casting, but there was a delay. So when I write it, it used to come on the screen for me on the bigger screen a little bit late. So cable is faster. That is also slow. In spite of having the best internet connection, it's it's lagging. So cable was the only solution. And getting to the topic now, let's percentages, right? So what to talk about percentage and who does not know about percentage? So what is percentage? Well, anything which is of 100. For example, if I say what is 1%, it means 1 upon 100. Yes. So if I have a box, right? And if I say 50%, it means, so imagine that this box is something like this. How many pieces are there in this box? Let's imagine in this way. This is piece number 1, piece number 2, right up to piece number 10. Similarly, somewhere over here 50 and somewhere over here 100. So if I say 50%, 50% means 50 per 100. So if I have to mark it specifically, then it would be like, right? this shaded portion. 50%, right? Exactly 50% is what I say. Now, fair enough. And this is quite realistic, quite easy. So if I say 100% means what? Shambhar upon Shambhar, 100 upon 100. Or I say it is 1, right? It is 1. It is just a number, unchanged. Sometimes you also hear people saying 200 आऊंगा आप करो पार्टी. हाँ, स्कूल फ्रेंड्स रियूनियन, अरे मैं 200 आएगा, तुम करो ना पार्टी, ऑर्गेनाइज करो. So 200% is what? 200 upon 100, or it is 2, right? So 200% is twice the number. Okay, so now let's Goa plan. Yes, so nicely said. This example is so much realistic. Goa plan. We make a lot of plans. One out of 50 gets executed. So let's take an example. So if I have to calculate 25% of 80, how do I do? See, what is 25%? 25% of 80 is equal to 25 upon 100 of 80, which is 25 upon 100 into 80, which when solved for, you get this out. 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 25 upon uh, 0 0 out, and 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 25 upon 5. That's so 5. 25 on 0 0 out, 2 4s 8, 2 5s 10. 4 is there now. That's what I'm thinking. 25 upon 5 is 5, 5 into 4, which is 20. So, therefore, 25% of 80 is equal to 20. You may know this, you may have forgotten this also. So just observe this example once, because we will be using this again and again. So obviously we are doing it because some of you might have forgotten and some of you might be weak in this concepts. So dekh lo, how do you do it? Okay, just go through it. I'm giving you another 10 seconds. Those of you who understood it in the first go, no need to brag about it. Okay, so uh-huh. Just a second, I'll just put this on charging on, and where is this? My this is put this also on charging. मोबाइल भी चार्ज पे लगा देता हूँ. Okay, so I was saying, if this is clear, now let's say chat को देख लो sir, can I say something? Yeah, of course. किसने रोका है तुमको? Of course you are free to ask. Yes, चैट तो देख लो सर, शिखा को कुछ पूछना है. हाँ, तो अभी अभी तो लिखा है जस्ट नाउ, थोड़ा पेशेंस तो रखो. शिखा बोलो. So it is not about course related. It is not about. तो अभी नहीं. Towards the end. Okay, शिखा. It is हाँ, फिर भी towards the end ना. सीरी चलेगा ना? सीरी, नहीं तो सीरी को बुरा लग जाएगा. Siri दौड़ेगा. Very good. Great. Chalo. So let's get started. So let's say second, I say there is a restaurant and this is the menu card of the restaurant in the year 2022. So let's take some delicious item. First, tea. Tea is costing 20 rupees. Then the restaurant sells burger costing 45 rupees. Then the restaurant sells masala dosa costing 75 rupees. Then the restaurant sells idli vada costing 50 rupees. Okay, that's it. Okay, small restaurant. Now, in 2023, considering the inflation, the owner wants to rise all the prices by 10%. The owners wants to rise all the prices by 10%. We say create a new menu card for him. Now see, the focus is not on telling me the answer. The focus is on understanding the approach. I will take only one example of T. You have to solve for others. Okay. So this is what I will solve for you, and you will solve it yourself later. Okay. कोलकाता का डोसा, अरे तो मुंबई में सब मिलता है. I will tell you the best food is in Mumbai of entire India. I did go to North India to eat North Indian food. उससे अच्छा North Indian food is available in Mumbai. I went to South India to have dosa. Better dosas are available in Mumbai. I went to what? Kerala to have fish. Ah, best fish is available in Mumbai. You should know where to go. Seriously. I mean, Mumbai, they really have awesome chefs. Awesome chef. Every item in Mumbai, I mean, because it's Mumbai, as simple as that. So, anyways, coming to the point, I know South का डोसा कैसा होता है. It's not bad, but Mumbai is really good in food. Coming to the point, see, tea is costing 20 rupees, right? So, what do we want? We want to hike the price by 10%. Okay, so राइस क्यों लिख दिया मैंने, गलती से लिखा हाइक, that is increase. So 10% of 20, which is 10 upon 100 of 20, which is this zero gone, this zero gone, this zero gone, this zero gone, which is 2 rupees. Okay, so new tea price is equal to old price plus 10% of old price. So this is 1, this is 2. So it is basically whatever is in 1 plus 2. Just solving it very simply for you guys, and the New price is 22. This is a little bit longer approach, but just go through it once. Little bit longer, but just go through it once. Okay, just scroll up. Yes, see this. So I whatever was up, I pasted it, and this is for you. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, presume it's done. Huh? So Arun, done now? Fine. Okay, you said perfect. Now let's go ahead. See, this is one way of doing it, right? So I'll just write it as way one. You can use any one of it. I can see some of you are very smart and you have said me the prices for all. That's indeed very nice. So way two. Way two is what? See, the price of tea is 20 rupees. So what I say is new price is old price plus 20% of old price, right? This is what we understood. Let's say old price is equal to X. Just to know, forget about this T and all, forget about this T and all. Let's say old price is equal to X. So that means new price is equal to X. Old price is X plus 20% of X. So can I say X plus 20 upon 100 of X? So can I say X plus 20 upon 100 into X? Can I say X plus 0.2, right? Because this 0 and this 0 are striked off. So 0.2 X. Can I say this is 1x plus 0.2x? Can I say this is x? I know I'm simplifying it, but since you are from the non-technical background, that's why I am writing so many steps. Else, ideally, I can do it in a single step, but this is for you, for everyone, right? So that everyone understands. So it is 1.2x. It is 1.2x. So can I say that indirectly I invented a formula for new price, right? So now if I have to prepare new menu, my tea, old price, new price, and new price, old price is X. New price is 1.2 into X. So I say item is टी और क्या था यार मेन्यू में मैं तो भूल गया टी old price was 20 so this is 1.2 into 20 which is 1.2 of x 12 twos are 24 right so you see did I do anything wrong no just a second just a second let me just check it out x plus 20% of x so x plus 20 of x so which is 1.2x. So this is going to be the new price, 1.2 of x. So if this is 20, 1.2 into 20, 12 to the 24, 12 to the 24, right? So what was that kidding? 20%? Not. Oh, that's what I was thinking. 10% is the hike ना, my mistake. मैं डर गया, बोला ऐसे कैसे अप्रोच गलत हो गया. 10%, right? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, 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 10%. Please don't get confused. Huh? Please don't get confused. So this is, I will, even I was quite surprised. How can I go wrong on such a stupid calculation? I'll explain it once again so that you all are not more confused. So here, what did we decide? Hike by 10%, not by 20%. By mistakenly, I did take 20. It is 10. Calculation was right, but old price plus. So, देखो, you will be revising it once again. No harm. Old price plus 10% of old price. So, if old is X, it is X plus 10% of X. The second is always better off because second is going to give you a formula which you can easily apply, which is this plus 10 upon X, which is 10 upon 100 into x cancelled. So this is 0.1x, 0.1x. So 1.1x, right? So calculation comes out to 1.1x. So 1.1 into this comes out to 22. Sorted now. You have a formula over here. You have a formula over here. That's the best part of this. So 1.1 into x. So easy. And now you have all the items, right? What were the items? 45, 75, 50. 45, 75, 50. 45, 75, 45, 75, 50. And what was that? Burger, masala dosa, idli vada. Burger, masala dosa. You know why is the second way preferred? This is what you all are going to solve. Why is the second way preferred? Is your menu ideally in real time is not going to be 4 items. It will be 400 items. That is why this is required. Secondly, in coding also, if you are given a problem like this, you just have to apply the formula 1.1 into x and your logic is implemented. Whereas for you to implement the logic using way 1, it is going to be very complicated stuff. Right? So that is the reason we are doing that. Second one is lengthy, not lengthy. So second is not lengthy. Let's say I'll give you an example. Let's say it's so quick. If I say the menu wants to be hiked by 30%. See the logic. If I have to hike it by 10%, then what is the logic? The logic is x plus 10% of x. 10% is what? 10 upon 100. 10 upon 100 is what? 0.1x, which is 1.1x. So if I say it is going to be 50%, so do you really need to do this? No. 1.5x. If I say 70%, come on. I mean, जरूरत है क्या? Not required. You see over here. So ideally, I told you that I can do it in a single line. So you say 75%. So क्या करना है? 1.75x से multiply करना है, खत्म ना? It is easy. Second one is easy, not the first one. First one, layman terms, yes, good. But logically, second is easy. You're understanding? Vikas ji, right? Second one is more easy. You just have to, when you summarize the things, This approach is easy because I explained you step by step as Siri said. Maybe you found it lengthy, but it is not lengthy. है तो एक ही लाइन की बात. It is like, you know, if I have to multiply 12 into 6, if I have to teach you how to multiply 12 into 6, I'm teaching you in baby steps. So I said instead of writing 12, I said 2 into 2 into 3. And the second number, I say 2 into 3. And because of that, you found, oh my God, it is such a big calculation, right? But it is not. Ideally, एक line का काम है, right? So I increased it because you all are from the non-coding background. That's why. नहीं तो it's very simple. But because of that, all of you have understood. Not even a single student has a question on this. That is the best part of it. Okay. So let's go ahead. Next, I want to tell you, you can prove it. Trick. X% of Y is always equal to Y% of X. Let's prove it. So let's say, अगर ऐसा है, so I can say that 10% of 20 should be equivalent to 20% of 10. So let's say that this part is LHS and this part is RHS. So I am computing 10% of 20, which is 10 upon 100 into 20, ये 0.0002 RHS. 20% of 10. All of this, why am I writing it so much detail? I could have solved it here only, but so that you are not confused, right? So I'm not writing it for me. These all are very school level calculations, right? I have revised it multiple times, but maybe for you, we presume that there could be a gap over here, and we want you all to be very comfortable with the things. Since LHS equal to RHS, hence proved, right? Hence proved. Okay. Next important point which I want to discuss over here, right? Yes. No problem, Rahul. Watch the recordings definitely, okay? Mr. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur? Mr. Entrepreneur. वो बिजी रहेगा ना, गल्ले पे बैठा रहेगा राहुल. So money comes first. मनी है तो कोर्स के लिए पैसे भर पाऊंगा, right? So watch the recordings once you close the shop. Okay, chalo, let's go ahead. Let's not disturb him. Going ahead. But look at his honesty. He reverts and tells us. Nice. Percentage difference. So now here, what is percentage difference? Okay, that's the next topic. So percentage difference is, this is important, not very difficult, but you have to pay a little bit more attention than what you were paying. It is the difference between two values divided by the average of the two values. Now you will not understand this unless and until I show you an example. Okay, so let's take an example to understand this. Right, so let's say mm, Arun sold, and let's say we have, right, no, Sunil, it's raining is big. Okay, so Sunil sold, अरे गलत हो गया, I should have taken Rahul's name, selling of the items, and I'm not including Rahul. That's wrong, right? राहुल का नाम लेना चाहिए था, कहा मैंने सुनील ने ले लिया, इनका तो धंधा भी नहीं है. चलो, let's go ahead. So here Arun sold 15 tickets and Sunil sold 25. You have to calculate the percentage difference. What did I say? First thing, see, first you understand the process, then I will make you realize this sentence. The first one is, what I'll be doing is I will calculate the difference between 25 and 15, which is 10. Okay, that's the first step which I did. Second step. Oh my god. So, second is I am finding average. Average is what? Average is 25 plus 15 divided by 2, which is 40 divided by 2, which is 20. Right? So I computed two things, 1 and 2. Okay, then the next thing which I do, third thing is, which I got here 10 upon, which I got here 20 into 100%. क्या आता है? 0, 0. So 100 divided by 2, which is 50%. So I say that therefore the percentage difference between 25 and 15 is 50%. So by and large, if I have to summarize the calculation, तो मैं कैसे करूंगा? You remember first in the numerator, see I did 1 upon 2, na? 1 upon 2. So 25 minus 15 in the numerator upon here. So that's my numerator, and in my denominator 25 plus 15 upon 2. Multiplied by 100%. This is exactly what I did, na? This is exactly what I did. In very simple words, this is exactly what I did. Observe it carefully, right? Initially, we did find out the difference in step 1. So we Arun sold 15 tickets. Sunil sold 25. Percentage difference kitna hai dono mein, right? What percent difference? So doesn't look like, right? There is 50% difference of the tickets sold, but it is. So difference, average, difference divided by average into 100. So shortcut is this. Now let's read this. The difference between the two values divided by average of the two values shown as a percentage is called as percentage difference. So now the question arises that when should we use it? Well, I would say in very simple word, use it when both values mean the same kind of thing. Example, I can say, let's say we are looking at the weights of two people, as simple as that. But I would like to make a note of the two things which I will discuss in maybe 5-10 minutes from now. First note is that, don't worry, I'll ask you whether you have understood it or not. Hold on, just let me complete these 2 points and then I will come to your chat window. What if there is an old value and a new value? We should not use percentage difference. So what should we use? So we should use percentage change. I will explain this to you specifically once I complete with this topic. And if there is an approximate value, one approximate value and one exact value, we should use percentage error. These 2 points I will talk about in detail, but before that I'm giving you time of 15 seconds once again so that you can go through this entire example and then I'll come to that window and ask you koi sawal, koi jawab, etc. 15 seconds. Mm. Okay. So, sir, when asked the percentage difference on that case, we have to use this formula. Yes. Vemuri Dhillon. Can someone please help Vemuri Dhillon with his question? Assignment question, explain, sir. You had a conversation, Vemuri. Did you attend a session which was just before this by Pranav, sir? Yes. Nice. Thank you very much, guys. Lohitaksh, Arun. So, Pranav sir has properly narrated everything, right? Who will be dealing with which all type of things in which all sessions. So you can see your friends also, right? Yeah, you can see your friends also are saying the same thing. So these all things are falling in the purview of the second instructor. So yes, don't ask it here. Yes, perfect. आप लोहित बोल लीजिए हाँ that is good. I mean easy for me also. That's nice. लोहित, simple, cool. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much everyone. So don't feel offended over here, memory. We have an agenda to cover. So instructor one has to cover a lot of things, and instructor two is not liable to cover everything. It's instructor two is basically dealing with your questions and doubts, right? That is the reason we cannot invest time in taking assignment questions in our class. Okay, let's go ahead. So after this, this is done. So I think I didn't see any questions as such. So, acha. Next, I have a question. Can, what are we looking at? Percentage difference, right? So, can the difference be negative? You know, these all questions are very important. See, we can't say which value is more important, right? So, we can't say whether the difference can be positive or it can be negative. Let's consider an example. अगेन लाते हैं हमारे अरुण जी को. सो अरुण जी आइए हॉट सीट पे. एंड अरुण हार्ड वर्कर, ही वर्क्स 6 hours. एंड सुनील more hard worker, he works 9 hours. Let's get into the solution part of it, and I'm not going to do this. Of course I'm not going to do this. So here the difference is what? 6 minus 9, that becomes the numerator, upon average is 6 plus 9 divided by 2, which is minus 3 upon, what is this, 9, 10, 15, 15 divided by 2 बन जाता है 7.5, and that's going to be multiplied by 100. Now please tell me the final answer. think क्या आ रहा है 40%. यस, हाँ यस, मतलब मैंने तो कैलकुलेट कर लिया था अरुण. मैंने कर लिया था. मुझे आपको तकलीफ देना है. ओरली मैंने कैलकुलेट किया था. सो यू नो, इफ आई ट्रबल यू, then you all are more focused in the class. If I only speak, then you will be like, हाँ it's okay, chalo, there is a movie which is going on, so we will just watch it. No, this is a live session, it's not a movie, right? So मूवी कभी देखनी है ना, तो मेरे पास एक मूवी पड़ी है, कहाँ गई वो, कि डिलीट हो गई, कांतारा, हिंदी में, राइट? किसी को चाहिए तो बोलो, आई विल सेंड इट. सो मैंने नहीं देखी अभी तक. एनीवेज, आंसर आता है -40%. सो -40%. केजीएफ देख ली मैंने. -40%. बट यू नो व्हाट, सी परसेंटेज डिफरेंस, there is nothing called as minus or plus. There is nothing called as minus or plus. It's one and the same. So I would say you always ignore the minus sign. See, percentage difference. So it's like saying that from my home to office, the distance is 25 kilometers. So does that mean that my office to home, the distance is minus 25 kilometer? People will laugh if I say like this. So percentage difference is also the same, right? What is the difference in between the two values? So if I say how far, listen to me, how far is the number 2 from 10? How far is the number 2 from 10? 8 units. Agreed? 8 units. Yes. And how far is the number 10 from 2? Again 8 units, na? You're understanding it, right? Yes. Same thing. So percentage difference in between the two. So हमको percentage difference ये तो there is nothing called as positive and negative as such. You can safely ignore it. Bindas ignore karo. There is nothing wrong in ignoring the negative side. Never forget, because in your coding, when you do it, at that time, I will not explain you that. I will directly say, remember, recall, I explained that concept, whatever be the answer coming. So what I will do in the coding part is, if I have a question like this to be converted into a code, my idea is going to be very simple. I am going to calculate it using the same formula, something minus something upon this plus this divided by this into 100%, and I am going to take the absolute of this value. Absolute matlab kya hai? Any number, if I take absolute of this, the result is always positive. Absolute, not mod. Okay, mod. Okay. But in programming, mod is written like this. So don't confuse it. Programming, you write mod like this. So we will not call this as mod. In mathematics, yes, you call it as mod. In programming, this is modulus. You remember we studied it yesterday, right? Yes. So here, yes, this is also plus 5. Absolute of minus 7 is plus 7. Absolute of plus 7 is also plus 7. Yes, finding remainder. That's very correctly said. So are you understanding this concept? In programming, I will say that whatever is the answer, we will take absolute of that. At that time, मेरी हाथ जोड़ के request है आपसे, please don't ask me, sir, why are you taking absolute? Please don't ask me that time. I am explaining it to you now only. Are you understanding it? Else, whatever are the efforts that we are putting right now, if you forget that at that time, then I will have to explain the same thing again. Then what is the use of these sessions? Right? You all are clear with it, right? Give me a thumbs up. Everyone, right? You understood? Absolute. Very nice. बढ़िया है. Very nice. Perfect. Thank you very much, all. So, this is done. Then, the next one, I will directly go on to the topic which I mentioned in the note earlier. Percentage change, right? If the old value and the new value, we will have to take a break. I will do one thing. Let's complete these two topics and then take a break. I hope you don't mind. That's okay? Or you want it now? I mean, if you want it, see, okay. I'll do one thing. You want a break right now or not right now? If you give me a thumbs up, I will say yes. If you give me a thumbs down, I will say no. Okay, so I think so many thumbs down, that means people want a break right now. Right? People want a break. See, so many thumbs downs are coming, that means people want a break right now. Okay, I have to consider the overall sentiment of the batch, not just one or two learners. So considering that, चलो बहुत लोगों को जोर से सुसु आई है, उनको जाने दो. let them go and come back. So let's come back in 10 minutes. Okay, 10 मिनट में तो क्या क्या हो जाएगा, लोग रेलवे के पटरी पे जाके भी आ जाएंगे. so, so bye 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 bye, see you in 10 minutes. Guys, please give me 1 minute. Please give me 1 minute. Yes, we are back. So sorry for the delay. Yes. So many things going on in the chat. So something or else is always going on over here. कहा भी कहा मैं मुंबई में था और आया तब मैं रांची में चला गया, झारखंड में चला गया. Even I start thinking, चल क्या रहा है तुम लोगों का? And I don't have patience to read each and every chat what you did in the break. It seems like I should be active throughout the break and keep on seeing in the chat what all khichdi are you cooking. गुजराती में भी बात कर. बस पता नहीं अभी एक हिब्रू ही बाकी है. वो भी चालू कर दो. चलो, let's get started with the topic. 50% thumbs down आए थे, अभी उतने ही thumbs up आएंगे. Let's get started. We're talking about percentage change. Now here, in this particular case, what is basically percentage change? Let's try to understand with respect to, percentage change is all about comparing old values to the new values. And how do you solve it? I will teach you total of two methods, right? So let's say method one. First, I will document it. When I document it, maybe you don't understand 100% of it, but when I solve a problem on you and then I come here back, you will understand it. Number one, subtract old value from new value. Second, divide result of step one by old value. Third, convert it to percentage. Finish. Here I would say a note for you. If the new value is greater than old value, it is the percentage increase. Else, it is decrease. I will explain you this with the help of example, but before that, second method. First one, this is ulta. Divide new value by old value. So you'll get a decimal value like this over here. Then convert it to percentage. Third, subtract 100% from that. Understanding with example now. Yes, profit loss. That's exactly where it will be helpful. Let's say a pair of shoes went from $5 to 6. The question is, what is the percentage change? You will have to solve one immediately after this. Starting with method 1. So method 1, what was the first step which I said? The first step was subtract old value from the new value. Old from the new. This is old and this is new, right? Price has increased. So 6 minus 5 equal to 1. Step 1 done. Step 2 is what? Divide the result of step 1 by old value. Divide the result of step 1 by old value. So that is 5. Step 3 is what? Convert it to percentage. So this is equal to what? 0.2. So what I do? I am going to say that it is 0.2 into 100, which is 20%. Because it is positive value, we say there is a 20% rise in the price. दिखता है सिर्फ $1, but 20% price hike. You understand? Big amount. Method 2. Understand this. New value, old value. Subtract old from new. You got 1. Then I say whatever is the result divided by old value, which is this. And then this value will be multiplied by 100 to find percentage rise. Next, method 2. Yes, 20%, right? Divide new value by old value. Divide new value by old value. So step 1 is 6 upon 5, which is 6, 5 ones are 5 and 5 twos are 10. Convert it to percentage. So what I get, 1.2 into 100, which is 120%, right? 120%. Then subtract 100% from that. Which is going to be 20% rise. You see the same value over here. Right? So basically, if I am talking about the method one, I will directly give you the easiest formula. How I remember it is new val minus old val upon old val into 100%. Homework. Let's consider our मून लाइटिंग फेलो. है क्या हमारे मून लाइटिंग फेलो जिनका बिजनेस भी है एंड जॉब भी है, गवर्नमेंट जॉब. राहुल, नाम तो सुना ही होगा. सो लेट्स से राहुल राज salary increased from 65,000 rupees to 83,100 rupees. Calculate the percent change. Homework, huh? And taken odd numbers, right? So you will have to use your calculators for doing that. That's okay. Quite straightforward. And the next one, as I told you, is going to be percentage error. My railway station. मैं भी रेलवे स्टेशन होता तो चैट करता ही जाता. रिकॉर्डिंग देखेगा तो पकड़ के मारेगा तुमको अरुण. मेरे पीछे मेरे बारे में बुराई मत करो. So percentage error. If there is an approximate value and an exact value, if you have one approximate value and one exact value, then we go for percentage change. I'll directly talk about the steps. So now here the percentage error steps are very easy. First, calculate error. How? Subtract one value from other. I will say over here, ignore any minus sign. You know it why. Then whatever error you got, you are going to divide the error by exact value. Third, convert that to percentage. So basically, if I have to project it as a formula, it is going to be your approximate value minus your exact values mod divided by the mod of exact value multiplied by 100%. And because because I said, right, ignore the minus sign. If I have taken the absolute, minus is ignored. Na? Let's take an example. Let's say, oh my god, 27.84. I don't know whether it's right or wrong. Munendra. How many? 58. 58 people are in the class. Help me out. I thought 70 people would it doesn't look like turn up for my class today. But let's say instead of 70, I'll take a bigger number. I thought 100 people will turn up for my class today, but only 60 came. So what I do, I thought this and only 60 came. How much am I wrong by? So calculate how much percentage my prediction was wrong by. I thought 100 will come and only 60 came. 100 but only 60 came upon 60 into 100%. So which is going to be 60. So this is 40 upon 60 into 100, only one, right? So which is 40 into 10. 14 yes, 400 upon 6. I could have done it in a better way. 0 0 gone, then two threes are 6 and two 20s are 40. That's going to be 20 upon 3. 20 upon 3 is what? 3 ones are 3 and 3 6 are 18. 2 0 6 are 18. Yes, 66.666666. So, oh my god, you see, that means I was in an error by 66.66%. As simple as that. And the thing is, this is always going to give you a positive value only. You'll not get any negative value over here. That is for sure. There. Right. Ha, irrational. Wow, so nice. I'm so happy to see that. Irrational number. Correct. Quite applicative. Huh? Very good. We took mod, that's why. Correct. So it is never going to give negative values. That is the reason behind mod. Perfect. Now, let's take our journey to the new topic, ratios. See, now ratios, I'm not going to give you a friendly introduction to ratios because we have already solved problems on ratios yesterday. So I will be a little bit more practical over here when I talk about this topic, ratios, right? So in simple words, we understand it says how much of one thing there is compared to another thing. How much of one thing there is compared to another things, right? For example, if I have a basket in which there are three blue balls and one green ball, then the ratio of blue to green is going to be 3 to 1, which you also write it as this or this or 3 to 1. Yeah. Yes. And 3 to 1 can be scaled up to any level, in the sense 3 upon 1, I can write it as 3 into 2 6, 1 into 2 2, or I can say 3 into 10 30, 1 into 10 10, or I can say 3 into 25 75, and 3 into 25 25. And if you divide it and simplify it, it will be the same. Okay, so this is what we understand about ratios. Now I want to tell you now a new part, which is, this is obvious now. Very good. This is obvious. So the next is a little bit types of ratio, right? Looks strange, but yes, there are little types of ratio. So whatever we have been doing till now are part to part ratios. Above are part to part ratios. But let's see part to whole ratios. So ratio can also show as a part to whole. Example. That is only going to make us understand the best way. So I say that there are total of 5 pups to uh, male and 3 females. Okay, so 5 कुत्ते के बच्चे हैं, 2 males and 3 females. Okay, so now solution. Listen over here. I'll show you both. First is what you have studied so far, part to part. So if I say male to female ratio is 2 upon 3, and female to male ratio is 3 upon 2, which can be 2:3 or 3:2. The next one which I was talking about is Part to whole. Male to all pups ratio. 5, no? Similarly, female to all pups ratio 3 upon 5. So here you are comparing any two quantities in part ratio and part to whole. You are looking at overall picture. So this is things about ratios. Now, yes, मुझे अकेले छोड़ दीजिए, हाथ जोड़िए प्लीज मैम. क्या हमको का जिक्र किया क्लास में. ओके, अब मैं क्या ही बोलूं, क्या चल रहा है. आई थॉट देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस. चलो. गुड गुड गुड. चलो लेट्स गो अहेड, कंटिन्यू करते हैं. Next one, I want to get into proportions as well, right? So ratio is one part of it. Next part, proportions. Here we say, it says that two ratios, or it can even be fractions, are equal. What do you mean? It basically means that imagine I have a box in which there is one yellow ball and two blue ball. This is equal to, imagine I have a box where I have four blue balls and two yellow balls. So here the ratio of yellow to blue is going to be equal to 1 upon 3, and this is equal to the ratio of yellow to blue, which is equal to 2 upon 6. So because I say that here in this case, since the ratios are same, they are in proportion. They are in proportion. So this is what is the main funda behind it. Just like our body parts grow in proportion, our body parts grow in proportion, not in any form as expected. Okay. Example. If I say, what is 25% of 160? What is 25% of 160? So if I have to solve it using proportion, if I have to solve it using proportion, so let's say we want to find x. So I want to say that x upon 160 is what we have to find, right? What is 25% of 160? So if it is 25 upon 100, so it is how much upon 160? If it is 25 upon 100, then it is how much upon 160? And then 25 upon 100 into 160, which gives you this gone, and divided by 10 can be 25 into 6, 6 is 25, solar 4,000 upon 10, which is 40. Simple. And see this anyways, what is 25% of 160? We ideally just solved it sometime before, right? 25% of 160. But how did this come? Proportions, right? So nothing has flied from the sky. It has been solved using the problem step by step. Okay, here, mm, let me come to you now. Very good. You wrote 4,004. I wrote 400 only, na? Once again, 4,000 upon 10. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So now, example, right? Once again, okay, problem के आगे वाला part here. Okay. So, see, I'll take a very simple example. If I say, Arun, here only I'll take it. Arun, प्रॉब्लम के आगे वाला पार्ट. So you mean to say प्रॉब्लम के आगे वाला means this one ना अरुण. तो इसके आगे कुछ नहीं लिखा है ना. That is the end. The one which I explained by writing over here in the temporary ink, that one. So आगे के पीछे आप जो एग्जांपल दिए पीछे, दिस ना बॉल वाला ना. हम्म हम्म. So ratio and proportion basically is like talking about, see, proportions is when you are comparing two ratios. Simple, in very simple words, I say proportion means compare two ratios. In a box, there is one yellow ball and two blue balls. So they are in what ratio? One yellow ball, two blue balls. In the second box, I say there is two yellow ball and four blue ball. We say both of these are in the same ratio. One yellow upon two blue is equal to two yellow upon four blue, because over here you can see that this 2 upon 4 can be further. 2 will become 1, this will become 2. So this RHS again becomes 1 yellow upon 2 blue, and LHS was anyways the same thing. That's why we say, because the ratios on both the sides are equal, we say they are in proportion. That is, they are growing together. You are you clear with this, Arun? Okay, great. And what was that? 4,000. Root 1 by 3. Okay. So, am I wrong over here? 25 into 16. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. So it's 400 and that's it. Thank you very much. Problem may last. Correct, correct. I get it. So let's take an example. Let's say there are 12 bucket of stones in a mixer. How much cement and how much sand should you add to make a 1 is to 2 is to 6 mixture, right? Understand this. Did you count the total? Yes, I counted it. That's correct. I counted it. Solution. Okay. Now let's understand this. So they are saying that there are 12 buckets of stone in a mixer. So, let's say this is a truck, and that's how the mixer is, right? Wow. अच्छा बना दिया. All right. So we say that over here, let's be a little bit more realistic. Right. So इधर यहाँ पे सनी देओल बैठा है. मैं निकला गड्डी लेके. But problem. There are 12 buckets of stones in a mixer. Then we say how much cement and how much sand should you add? Someone solved it to make it 1 is to 2 is to 6. So see, you need an idea over here as to what you have. So understand over here, the ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 6. Now they have clearly said that 12 buckets of stones are added. So how much of this, how much of this is what they are expecting to know? How much of this and how much of this, right? So you clearly understand the things, right? How are you going to go ahead, right? So here, if this is 12, you will have to find out the common factor. 6 into 2 is 12. So here also you do multiplied by 2. Here also you do multiplied by 2 and you get the answer, right? That's exactly what you find out. So this becomes 2. 2 into 2, this becomes 4. Answer is at your footsteps. You are done, right? So you need not worry about a lot of things over here. Quite easy when it comes to proportions. Okay, where are you? Right. Thumbs up if it's clear. Okay. Okay. Now the next one. See, there are two types of proportion. One is where as A increases, B increases, where we say A is directly proportional to B, right? And the second is, yes, this is called as inverse proportion. This is called as direct proportion. Okay, let's take an example now. We'll discuss more about this later. I'll take an example, and the example is, repeat, sir, there are down thumbs. Siri. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's try to understand this. I didn't want to get into too much details of this, to be very honest. But if you have questions, I don't mind getting into this in a little bit more detail. So here in this case, directly proportional and inversely proportional. So what is being directly proportional? Directly proportional means here, as A increases, B also increases at same rate. If A increases, B also increases at the same rate. What do you mean? Let's take an example. How much? Okay, let's say you are paid rupees 1,000 an hour. You are paid rupees 1,000 an hour. Okay. So now the thing is, look over here. I say that how much you earn is directly proportional to how many hours you work. So I can say that earnings is directly proportional to hours worked. For example, if you are working for 1 hour, you get paid 1,000 rupees. If you work for 2 hours, you will get paid 2,000 rupees. If you work for 3 hours, you will get paid 3,000 rupees. If you work for 10 hours, you will get paid 10,000 rupees. Plot this. So x-axis is going to be earning, y-axis is going to be hours work. So let's say this is 1 and so on and so forth. This is where 10 is, and this is, let's say, 1,000, and this is so on and so forth, 10,000. I hope you realize that when I plot all of these points, this is surely going to be this, right? So 1,000, 2,000, right up to 10,000. So हो गया ना? Earning is directly proportional to our work, right? So far clear? Direct proportion. All the thumbs down converted to thumbs up for direct proportion. वेरी गुड. सीरी, तुम भी बता दो डायरेक्ट proportion. Siri is the class representative. She will not let a single mistake happen. That's very nice. So Siri, आज से तुम हो गए class representative. Siri can hear everything, right? Exactly. Siri can hear everything. This Siri as well as Mac wala Siri. So your name very nicely suits you. Inversely proportional. It means when one value decreases at the same rate that other increases. So I can say, example लेते हैं, speed and travel time is inversely proportional. I write it like speed is inversely proportional to travel time. In the sense, if you drive your car slowly, you have to reach from Mumbai to Delhi. It may take you 10 days. If you drive it a little bit fast, maybe 6 days. And if you are driving it too fast, 2 days. So speed is inversely proportional to time. Finish. Is that clear? What an example. Read Sunil's example. He says, my bank balance is inversely proportional to the day of the month. That means the day one when Sunil receives his salary, he spends a lot. And as and when the month comes to an end, obviously the salary also comes to an end. That's very correctly said. Hmm. A very good example. गुज्जू भैया, फिर तो आएगा ही ना ये एग्जाम्पल, खून में है गुज्जू के. राइट, बिजनेस. वेरी नाइस. चलो, so this part is clear, right? So fair enough. After this, the next thing which I want is Ravi here, right? थोड़ा सा टॉपिक बाकी है, जरा प्लीज होल्ड ऑन विद मी. So we are left with a topic on allegations and mixtures. Give me 10 minutes. We will finish it off. Okay? Please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Allegation. Thank you, guys. Here, see, mixture and allegation. Let's try to understand what is it exactly. So, see, first, both of this topic actually go hand in hand. Mixture and allegation. What is mixture and what is allegation? So let's try to understand. See, whenever I talk about mixture, well, this is the place where I am mixing two or more things together. What did I say? When two or more things or elements are mixed in a certain ratio, it is called as a mixture. तो ये alligator क्या है? Alligator. Okay. So this allegation allegation enables us to find the ratio in which the things have been mixed up and at what price they are sold to earn profit or loss. So, in simple words, I can say, if I have to say it in simple words, I say it is the rule which enables us to find the ratio in which two or more elements are mixed together. Now, see, to solve the problems on mixtures, allegations, one must know that allegation is used to find the mean value of the mixture when the ratio and the amount of the ingredients which are mixed are different. So, how do I explain you that? Let's say, mm, I'll take a very simple example to clear on the concept of this. First, I'll discuss the formula. So, if you really want to solve any problems which are related to numerical ability, we should know the formulas for this. And the formula is very simple. So, here I say, talking about formula, quantity of cheaper upon quantity of dearer is equal to cost price of dearer minus mean price upon mean price minus cost price of cheaper. What is this? Well, this is also called as the allegation rule. How is this come? I'll show you a very easy way. You write, no need to remember this formula. Mean price x. The x factor is, I will write over here, cost price of cheaper quantity. See how I remember, cost price of dearer quantity. This is cost price of cheaper quantity minus mean price. Mean price minus cost price of cheaper quantity. So you see over here, cost price of cheaper upon cost price of dearer is equal to cost price of dearer minus mean price, right? So that's quite easy. Upon mean price, cost price of dearer minus mean price upon mean price minus cost price of cheaper. Right? Mean price minus cost price of cheaper. So all of these things are very easy to figure out. Okay, so here if I take a very simple example, किस पे लगा है किस पे लगा है allegation very good, awesome exam, awesome said. Let's say there is a grocer who, just give me 5 minutes, sir. There is a grocer who wishes to sell a mixture of two variety of pulses worth rupees 16 per kg. In what ratio must he mix the pulses to reach this selling price when the cost of one variety of pulses is rupees 14 per kg and other is, read the question once again, by the time I'm completing it. A grocer wishes to sell a mixture of two variety of pulses worth rupees 16 per kg. So you understand, mixture of variety of pulses and the average price at which he wants to sell is 16 rupees per kg. So mean price is what I got over here, right? Don't forget, mean price is 16. Then in what ratio must he mix the pulses to reach the selling price when the cost of one variety of pulse is 14 and the other is 24? Finish na. So I say that if I got to do for this, then my quantity of dearer what is this? CP of dearer minus mean price. What is CP of dearer? 24 minus mean price is 16. I use the same formula, right? Upon mean price minus CP of cheaper. So mean price is 16 and one is 24. So cheaper one, right? So you understand, dearer and cheaper. Dearer means expensive. Cheaper means sasta, which is 14. And then what you get? 16, 8 3s are 24, 8. And this is 2, which comes out to 4 upon 1. That is 4:1. Solved. 4:1. That's how easy all the problems on allegations and mixtures are. Mm, if you allow me, I like to take one more problem, else I will stop. You can give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Mean price. See, final product, I'll tell you. Okay, yes, you allowed me. Thank you very much. I'll take one more problem that will be interesting. Siri, mean price is, let's say, Rahul Raj decides that I want to ensure that I earn at least 5,000 rupees per month from my shop. So, what will he try to do, right? He will figure out that how much is the per product sell that I should have, and accordingly he will decide the prices of the item so that his end of the day average profit turns out to be 5,000. That is the mean price. That is the mean price. So here they have said the same thing. The grocer says that I want to sell mixture of two variety of pulses. So he's going to mix two pulses, but he doesn't want his price to go above 16. So tur dal and moong dal, if I'm mixing it together, and if the price per kg is going to 18 rupees, then he is at a loss. He doesn't want that. So mixture should not go worth more than 16 per kg. You understand? That's the mean price. So even if you take that mixture for 100 kilos, 500 kilos, 2 kilos or 1 kilo, 16 rupees per kg is the max. You understand it now, Siri? Perfect. So let us quickly take one example and then conclude the class. Thank you very much to allow it. So, but this is going to be a good example for you, where I say could be a little bit different also. A vessel is filled with liquid. Three parts of which are water and five parts syrup. How much of mixture must be drawn off and replaced with water so that the mixture may be half water and half syrup. Okay, let's read this question very quickly once again and then we will go ahead. A vessel is filled with liquid. Okay, then let's assume a hypothetical scenario, something like this. So this vessel is filled with liquid, three parts of which is water and five parts of which is syrup, right? So you can understand over here that there are total, looks like eight parts. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, right? So in this way, I understand that three is water, 5 syrup. How much mixture must be drawn off and replaced with water? How much mixture, how much of the mixture must be drawn off and replaced with water if I want half water and half syrup? So understand over here. So you understand total is what? Total comes out to be 8. Now look at the way, right? Two parts. Yes, two parts. So see how I try to approach this problem. I say let initially the vessel have 8 liters because 5 plus 3 is 8. Now that's why I took 8. And I say that X liter of this liquid is, because we have to do what? We have to replace with water syrup. So I say X liter of this liquid is replaced with water in new mixture. So X liter of this liquid is replaced by water. So how do you calculate the quantity over here, right? So X liter of this mixture is replaced with water. Then in that case, my quantity of water in the new mixture is going to be what? So we are replacing this X liters. So X liter of this liquid is going to be replaced by water. So initially I have 3, right? And then after that I am replacing X. So that's going to be 3 into X upon 8. Added with 8, right? So 8 liters plus how much is replaced. In the same way, I say quantity of syrup in the new mixture is going to be, it was 5, right? See, it was 5. So 5 minus 5x upon it. Why? Because x is the liter of this liquid which is replaced by water. So obviously this much is going to be deducted. So obviously we understand that this is part 1, this is part 2, and they are equal in proportion, right? So I'll explain this again, don't worry. So I say that after replacement, quantity of water is equal to quantity of syrup, and therefore this 3 minus 3x upon 8 plus x is equal to 5 minus 5x upon 8. And then you solve it. So here we can understand that if this 3 is taken over here, this 5 minus 3 becomes 2, and over here this circumstance, and here that's going to be minus 3x upon 8 plus x, and here it is 5x upon 8, right? So here I say that this can be taken as upon 8. So this is 5x, this is minus 3x plus 8x equal to 2. So what does it become? So you can see over here, this is 5 minus 3. Ah, yes, but 5 minus 3, 2. 8 plus 2, 10. 10x upon 8, correct me, is equal to 2. If I go wrong, please correct me. I did it very fast. X is equal to 2 into 8 upon 10, which is 16 upon 10, which is 2 8s are 16, 2 5s are 10, which is 8 upon 5, right? Which I say it is 8 upon 5. Is that correct? Am I correct? Correct, no? Calculation wise? Yes, okay, okay, right? So that's what we got as the answer. X is 8 upon 5. So we understand that if 8 upon 5 liters of this liquid is replaced with water, then it becomes in equal proportion. So this is what we have. So now, uh, 8 upon 5, yeah, that's correct. Simple. Done. That's exactly what we wanted to figure out, and that's what I did. So let me just quickly reiterate this example and then conclude the class. Starting with this. Read the question quickly, 10 seconds. So a vessel is filled with liquid, 3 parts of which is water, 5 parts is syrup. How much of mixture must be drawn off? How much of this mixture must be drawn off and replaced with water so that it contains half water and half syrup. So you have to, right, also it is in mixture only. It's not actually bifurcated. When I say parts, it is actually mixed 8 liter. So what I say, let us assume that there is 8 liter of initially the vessel has total 8 liters, and then I say x liter of this liquid has to be replaced with water, right? So x liter, which you calculated, right, which it came out to be 8 upon 5. So here, how do you calculate the quantity of the water in the new mixture? It has to be exactly 50%. So currently it is 3, and I will have to remove something, will be removed. How much is removed? 3 upon 8 is the quantity, right? So 3 minus 3 upon 8 added with 8, because total quantity has to be made as 8 liter. Quantity of syrup in the new mixture. This time you are not going to add with 8 because the value is already greater, right? It is a dearer one. And we are in the allegations and mixture. So 5 minus 5x upon 8, not adding this. And now you equate this. And when you equate this, you get the answer as 8 upon 5. Yes. So that is going to be, whatever answer comes, that is what is the final answer. Simple. Now is that clear to everyone? Right? Clear. Absolutely clear. Thumbs up de do if it is clear. Final thumbs up before I give a full stop to the class. Very nice. Okay, Ajay, 2, 3 people have question. I don't mind explaining this to you again tomorrow. Absolutely no problem. In the next class, I'll do it. But I would request you, see, there are 2, 3 people, right? I see, जिनको थोड़ा सा issue है. So what will I do? I will request you is take it as a challenge. Listen to me. Who all have an issue in understanding this? Can you just type +1 in the chat? I will. I have something to speak on this quickly. Okay. Okay. Next time I will specifically come to you again. So Lohit, Vipul, Yogesh, Karthik, Akshay, Amal. Don't worry. I mean, nothing to smile. I mean, that's okay. I completely understand. It's a little bit tricky problem. Don't worry about it. What I will do is right now we have exceeded the time a lot, so let me not stretch it. It doesn't look good. So what I'll do is you go to sleep peacefully. Next time when you come up, I will start with this problem. Just remind me. I will start with this problem again. Okay, guys. So, anyways, it's not going to hamper your understanding at such to a very great level. Don't worry about that. So, I want to know the logic. That's y plus one. Let's say it's okay. Rest is okay. Y plus one. Konsa plus one? Here, I know. I didn't understand this. Lohit. I mean, y is equal to y. Y is equal to y. Okay. I mean, this equal to this because they say over here that what you want to do, we want the mixture, right? So that the mixture may be half water and half syrup. So we want it to be equated. So something from this is removed and something from this is removed, and after that it becomes 50-50. So obviously if it becomes 50-50, then left side is equal to right side. That's how. Okay, I mean, rest part we'll discuss it in the next class. Don't worry, I will once again come back to this problem. Okay, don't worry, I'll come back to this problem once again. Okay, so don't worry, absolutely don't worry. Yeah, ये ignore करो ये problem को. Next time I will specifically start the session with this. Okay, so don't consider it that oh, session is something which I didn't understand in the last. Consider this problem to be just not done at all, and I will start fresh with this problem once again. Okay, yes, I am sharing with you the PDF as well right now. Yes, 100%. Okay, I will remember this. So the last problem is as good as not done, right? Because I can see there are 7-8 of you have queries, right? Out of 68, 7-8, what is the percentage difference? That's what we study, right? So we'll do that. But right now the time is actually 11:36 now, so I think I should not extend it more. You might have to sleep as well. Lecture 4, right? Yes, thank you very much. And रुको अभी, let me quickly Newton School upload folder desktop lecture 4. ये लीजिए link, right? This is the link to download it. Yes, I'm थोड़ा सा agenda बड़ा था आज. It was a little bit big, but we solved ample problems, right? So I think it was worth it. Good night. 5:30 उठना है भाई, मुझे तो 5 o'clock उठना है. चलो, all the best. See you all very soon. Saturday, Sunday. Great. चलते हैं, मिलते हैं, बाय बाय करते हैं. See you all. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Ratio, proportion, mixture, increase, fraction to percentages, arithmetic and word problems. नहीं. Cool. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Good night.